What's up? It's your girl, Phree the Truth, and I'm here to do my movie review for Self-Made on Netflix. Now, this was a piece about Madam C.J. Walker and her path to her millionairehood, right? Unfortunately, if you are understanding of the characters in this film, you will probably be disappointed in their depiction of Annie Malone, who was renamed Addie Monroe in the Madam C.J. Walker film. Now, people are like, well, what does that have to do with anything? It has to do with everything, okay? Now, just a little background on Madam C.J. Walker. Annie Malone helped her get her start. Madam C.J. Walker started selling her hair products, and she even was doing so well, she went out to a couple other cities and was selling her products, and then she eventually created her own product to sell. What I'm not liking about this film is the purposeful colorism highlighted in this film. If you are aware of what Annie Malone looks like, she's very similar complexion to Madam C.J. Walker. She is not a very light skin or half breed that is kind of like presented in this film. I don't like the villainistic approach they took with the Addie character. Yes, Sarah, aka Madam C.J. Walker, and Annie, they were business rivals. They were two black women trying to come for the black hair care industry. And yes, there is going to be a little mudslinging, some back and forth between the two. And I get that in business. But I think that the approach taken in the film was not the best. Overall, it's a great entertainment piece. If you're looking for facts and historical, no, because they messed up with the Addie character. Okay? Annie Malone, I feel like, deserves a lot more respect in her depiction. She went to school. She took a great liking to chemistry. And her aunt are the ones who came up with the product that she eventually sold as her hair grower. And the story goes, and Madam C.J. Walker stole her recipe. That's kind of what we get at the end of all of this. And of course, there's her side, and the truth. I wasn't there. I can't say. But I have been told by people that is true, even though it's kind of told that Madam C.J. Walker got her recipe from her dream. And that's how she took off. Again, I'm just not liking the whole villainistic approach taken with the Addie character. And there are just a couple scenes that just seem odd. And one of those is the conversation with Addie and her mother. And it just seemed a little out of place. Especially when you know of the Annie Malone. This is my frustration when it comes to black historical people and their films brought to life, their stories brought to life. We don't need to add fluff for the stories to be interesting. If we are still talking about these people till this day, then I feel personally that their stories are good enough to be told as is. We don't need to add storylines that did not exist. We do not need to add things that are not a part of the story. We had this happen with the Harriet Tubman story. Adding storylines that did not exist for entertainment purposes. When I feel like their life told as is entertaining enough. The Harriet Tubman story was entertaining enough. Madam C.J. Walker's story is entertaining enough. Okay? I just don't appreciate it. So, as a whole, I'll give it 3 stars. 3 out of 5 stars. I'll give it that. Because I feel like compared to most stories that are told, the production, the actors, the time period, they nailed it all. It was just the fact that you have this one character and it messes everything up for me because I know who Annie Malone is, and I just could not get with the storyline. I didn't like it. So it's an entertainment piece, and watch it. If you are not well studied in Madam C.J. Walker, then I would suggest that you go read the book that her great-granddaughter wrote. Annie Malone also has a story out there. Go read the book. If you want actual factual, go read their books. Okay? This movie didn't deliver that. And my frustration really is the fact that we have a lot of people who don't read. They're going to watch this and they're going to feel like everything in this film is real. It was true. It was fact. And we're going to have a lot of misinformed people and coming from this next generation because the due diligence of research is just no longer upon us. It's easy access. Go YouTube or watch the movie. You feel me? So, if you want to show this to your kids, please challenge them to go research and compare what they found out and what happened in the movie. I think that's a great assignment for your child to do if you want them to watch this movie. Encourage research, encourage finding out information for self. So, overall, it was a little bit of a disappointment, but I did sit through and watch the series. It was worth the watch. But when you know more, you expect more. So 3 out of 5 stars for me. Worth a watch, but be aware of the details. So tune in to Convo Sessions every Thursday. I'm going to go a little deeper into this review and talk about the relationship aspects that were touched on in here. So tune into Convo Sessions. I'm going to do a podcast about the relationship aspect in Self-Made and help you get those keys to life. Keep elevating yourself. Subscribe to my YouTube. And as always, shout out to Team City Buzz. It's your girl, Phree the Truth. Phree Truth. Check out my website, freethetruth.com.